Life for All presents Daily Food Series, Galatians, the Only Gospel, the Gospel of Christ. Title of Book 2, The Hearing of Faith, by Pedro. Week 1, Paul's Faithfulness to the Truth of the Gospel. Thursday, Free to serve in the newness of the Spirit. Read with prayer. But now we have been delivered from the law, having died to what we were held by, so that we should serve in the newness of the Spirit, and not in the oldness of the letter. Romans chapter 7, verse 6. The problem with those who seek to practice the law to become better people is that they will have to submit to it for their entire lives. Let us take a look. Or do you not know, brethren, for I speak to those who know the law, that the law has dominion over a man as long as he lives? Romans chapter 7, verse 1. To illustrate this, Paul uses the figure of marriage. For the woman who has a husband is bound by the law to her husband as long as he lives. But if the husband dies, she is released from the law of her husband. Verse 2. The woman is bound to her husband, but from the moment he dies, she is no longer tied to him. We are all naturally bound to the old man, as if we were married to him. As long as this bond remains, we cannot free ourselves from sin or the law. Yet if the old man dies, he no longer has power over us. How can we put an end to the old man? The solution is in the following text. Knowing this, that our old man was crucified with him, that the body of sin might be done away with, that we should no longer be slaves of sin. Romans chapter 6, verse 6. If the old man died with Christ, we are free from him. Hallelujah. When does this happen? The very moment we decided to unite ourselves with Christ. Romans chapter 7, verses 3 and 4. After we believe in Jesus, by faith our old man died with Christ. Now we belong to the Lord. The death of Christ frees us to serve God in the newness of life. Verse 6. The Spirit always introduces new things, and that is precisely what has been happening with us these last few years. Dynamic colporting, care network, come and see outings, house of teens, producing overcomer kids, the service of the captains and senior stewards, immersion, and more cries. Who could have imagined a few years ago that today we would have so many tools to build the churches and accelerate the preaching of the gospel? However, if we grow old spiritually, we will no longer walk in the newness of the Spirit. All these tools reveal that we have been faithful and have walked in newness. We cannot despise any of them. For example, I believe that churches need to place more value on the war cries. Some adults consider them just another item for teenagers to practice. Did you know that we have a large team of brothers and sisters involved in the production of war cries on a weekly basis? Sometimes they take up to 8 hours to compose one because they must be very faithful to the burden of the prophetic word. Therefore, the war cries help us inculcate the prophetic word each week. It is wonderful. Let us use the war cries more in church meetings, whether alone, in the car, at home, or with the children. Let us do more war cries, because this practice is truly helping to instill the word of the week in our hearts. Thus we live in the newness of the Spirit. The Spirit leads us wherever He wishes. Recently, some brothers were having lunch at a restaurant and asked a young woman if they could pray for her. She said yes, and after praying, They invited her to the church meeting. She immediately accepted the invitation and went. This is the practical result of walking in the newness of life. Another situation occurred when a brother felt moved to pray for someone riding a bike on the street. The brother felt the Spirit saying, "You need to pray for this person." He called the young man on the bike who accepted the prayer, and today he attends the church. The flesh and the letter cannot do this. We, in the old man, are also unable because the letter is outdated, old, stuck in past experiences, and in the same old rut. Only those who walk in the newness of the Spirit can be so bold and so out of the box. Our old man was crucified so that today, regardless of age, we may all walk in the newness of the Spirit.